A major meat recall hits Florida and several other states for the second time this year. FSC's Greek councils traveled to Indianapolis for the weekend, and how you can impress your date this Valentine's Day. All this and more on FSC Today. Good morning and welcome to FSC Today, Florida Southern's weekly news show, here to keep you updated on the latest news, sports, and entertainment. Today is February 12th, 2014, and I'm Katie McCabe. We all know that chips, fries, and sodas are not the best food choices, but other seemingly healthy foods may be just as bad. Tracy Fosterling has more of the story.
I would assume so, because it says Nutri-Grain across the top and it's by Kellogg's.
Assuming. That may be the problem. From Dr. Oz to Prevention.com, professionals and research have proved that there are 10 foods that may seem healthy but actually aren't. Some of these foods include granola, trail mix, frozen yogurt, bran muffins, pre-made smoothies, snack bars, and fat-free sweets.
A lot of the things that I was eating thinking that I was healthy didn't turn out to be so healthy. I mean, I knew peanut butter and jellies all the time. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna have a nice healthy snack, or juice, oh, I'm gonna have a glass of juice as opposed to, some soda or anything like that. I just thought that was the right way to go about it.
As they sound healthy, a lot of times a lot of these hidden messages, actually these packages come with a lot of added sugars and added sodium, replacing, say, the fat content that they take out. It's being replaced with something else.
Many people have most of these foods in their diets, thinking that eating them will help them lose weight. But there are some solutions to this.
I recommend that they read labels, because you still can purchase convenient foods, but as long as you're understanding the calorie content, the sodium, the fat that's in all these items.
And you can eat healthy while still being on a college student budget.
It's easy to pick up an apple, an orange, a banana, which is packed with vitamins and minerals. They're cheap. Everybody knows that produce, you can affordably pick up produce without getting a packaged, say, dried fruit that has extra sugars and stuff added to them.
For Go Healthy FSC, I'm Tracy Fosterling.
You should always be aware of what you're eating, and don't be deceived by foods that seem healthy. The FSC Theater Department's production of The Wedding Singer opens tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. The musical comedy is based on the 1998 film with Adam Sandler. The show will run through this weekend and will begin again next Thursday, February 20th. To reserve tickets, call the Buckner Theater box office at 863-680-3089. Members of our Panhellenic and Interfraternal Council traveled to Indianapolis this past weekend to attend the AFLV Central Conference. The Association of Fraternal Leadership and Values is an organization that strives to stimulate the growth and development of fraternal and sorority councils. They hold many leadership programs, conferences, and networking events throughout the year. Our Greek councils got to connect with leaders from all over the country and talk about how to be a more values-based Greek community. Panhellenic President Allie Wilcox says that they are excited to take what they learned back to FSC. Many food options will be available in Lakeland's Munn Park this week. Tomorrow night, the food truck rally will run from 6 to 9 p.m. This event is scheduled for the second Thursday of every month. If food trucks don't spark your interest, the Farmers Market is coming to downtown Lakeland this Saturday. The purpose of the Downtown Farmers Club Market is to allow local farmers the chance to sell their fresh produce. Be sure to take a trip down to support the community and try some great food. The Masters of Illusion Extravaganza will be held at Yorkie Theater at the Lakeland Center on February 17, 2014. A mesmerizing performance of magicians promises to captivate you entirely, from street magic to daring escapes with a mix of comedy. The Masters of Illusion claim to reveal the impossible and unbelievable right before your eyes. Major League Baseball is back in Lakeland. This will be the 78th year that the Detroit Tigers can call Joker Marchant Stadium home for baseball spring training. Come to check out the All-American Central League champs starting Tuesday, February 25th, against our very own Florida Southern Mocs. Also, don't miss the two-time MVP Miguel Cabrera take on the 27-time World Series champions, the New York Yankees, on Friday, February 28th. For tickets, call the Joker Marchant Stadium ticket office at 863-686-8075 or go to www.tigers.com. Now let's check in with an update from David Tomczynski on our mock athletic teams.
Hello, Mock fans, and welcome to another edition of Southern Sports. I'm David Tomczynski. Let's get you caught up on the past week in Florida Southern athletics. Mocs baseball traveled to North Carolina on Friday as they split a doubleheader with Catawba. The men dropped the first game 7-5 after pitcher Clay Chapman gave up 3 runs in 4 innings on the hill. The Mocs would answer back with a 2-0 victory in Game 2. Center fielder Keith Curcio cracked a solo home run to solidify all of the offense they needed. On Saturday, the Mocs won the 3-game set as they stole a 2-1 victory. Left fielder Trevor Freeman slugged a double to drive in the winning run. The Mocs will return to action February 14th when they host Albany State. The women's basketball team won their second straight Sunshine State Conference game with a 71-44 win against Lynn. 4 Mocs scored in the double digits with senior Morgan Lamberg leading the way with 18 points in a game where Florida Southern led from start to finish. The team's next 2 games are on the road against Eckerd and Florida Tech. The women's tennis season opening match scheduled for last Friday at Rollins was postponed due to potential rain showers. The makeup date has not yet been determined. The Lady Mocs will now kick off their season today as they hit the road to take on 8th-ranked St. Leo. We were able to sit down with Magna Riatort of the tennis team to talk about the upcoming season. Tony D'Angelo has more.
Hello everybody, welcome on set today. We have a very cool show planned for you. David, thank you for the love, I appreciate it. Today we are joined with a very special guest, Magda Riatort. She is of the Florida Southern women's tennis team and is here to talk a little bit about her season with us and how it's going to go for her. Magda, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you guys for the invitation. It's a pleasure for me to be in here.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so it is my understanding that you have accomplished some very good things in your career already. For example, you've been an All-American 2 years in a row now. I think that's a great accomplishment. Could you please comment a little bit on what that's been like for you?
Yeah, to be an All-American since my freshman year, it's a very fulfillment reward for me, especially after hard seasons. We played the Sunshine State Conference. Our conference is the strongest conference in the nation. So we play every day against the best players and the best team in the nation. So this reward for me and for my coach is an indication that we are doing the right things, we are on the right track, and it's I take it like a motivation for me to keep working hard every day and keep looking for every season.
Makes sense. Okay, so today is actually your home opener, right? The first match of the season.
Yes.
You guys are going to be traveling to St. Leo in a couple hours. Can you talk a little bit about your first match of the season and what's going through your team's head and your head today?
Well, today we are opening the season against St. Leo, and the first match of the season is always really hard. To be back on the court and feel confidence with our shots and our game strategies. But for today, we are going to try to focus and play a very aggressive doubles, and especially keep the intensity, since in doubles we play pro sets to 8. So when we play against good teams at St. Leo, it's very important to do a good start. Because if you don't do a good start and get points during the doubles, it's really hard to win just relying in our points from our singles matches. So what we have to do today is get at least 1 or 2 points from our doubles and do a good start.
Very cool. So after this first match, the season will go on, of course. What is your team? Does your team have any specific goal that they're looking to accomplish this year, maybe in comparison to last year?
Well, last year we lost against St. Leo, so let's see if today we can win. But we closed last season with an overall record 16-8. We were ranked number 6 in the conference and number 11 in the nation. This year we got a new freshman. We have 6 seniors on the team, which a lot of experience on the court. So I think a good goal for us for this year will be to be able to get number 3 in the conference and go to play regionals and nationals. So I feel like this is a goal that we can achieve since we had a very good preseason and we did a good scrimmage.
Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Sounds reasonable. I'll get you out on this last question, and I promise we're not going to show your opponents the answer to this question. But everyone on campus is dying to know, what is your favorite shot to hit?
Oh, well, my best friends, they know my favorite shot is my forehand, especially when the ball is at the middle of the court, kind of high. I really like to hit it along the line against my backhand opponent because I hit it better along the line than cross court, which gives me more time to move forward into the court and get in a good position at the net. So with this, I feel more confidence closing the point and
right, and then
doing
you say
a good
vamos
job.
when you're done, right?
Exactly.
Cool. Magda, thank you very much
Thank
again for
you,
joining us. Very sweet of you to come on. Thank you guys very much, and we're throwing it back to David.
The softball team opened up their season last weekend playing in the Eckerd College Invitational. The Lady Mocs fell in their first 2 games on Friday. The women continued play on Saturday, bouncing back to beat Colorado Christian 3-1. Brandy Jones picked up the win on the mound, only giving up 4 hits and striking out 12. The men's lacrosse team started off their season on a non-conference road trip to play Pfeiffer University in North Carolina. The Mocs fell 15-9 despite 2 hat tricks by Dane Sorensen and Chris Murphy. The Mocs' first home game of the season will be this Sunday when the team takes on NCAA tournament participant New York Tech. The men's basketball team extended their home winning streak to 17 after a 94-71 victory over Lynn in a Sunshine State Conference matchup. Dominic Williams scored a career-high 23 points off the bench, and the win improved the Mocs to 20-2 overall. Be sure to go out and support all of your Moccasin athletic teams and follow us on Twitter at FSC Sports. For Southern Sports, I'm David Tomczynski.
In national news, a California meat company is recalling over 8.7 million pounds of beef that they produced in early January. The Rancho Feeding Corporation recalled over 40,000 pounds of meat just 3 weeks prior to the incident. The U.S. Department of Agriculture reported that the animals used in production were diseased and unsound. And they say that there is a reasonable probability that consumption could result in serious health consequences or death. The recalled meat was shipped all over California, Texas, Illinois, and Florida, but it is not yet clear who has been affected by the contamination. The opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics in Sochi was as amazing as its price tag. Russia's President Vladimir Putin was enraged after a major technical malfunction where one of the 5 Olympic rings failed to assimilate with the other rings. The $55 billion allocated to the Games was not enough to avoid human error. Several sources reported a tragedy involving the incident. In charge of the operating mechanical rings was found stabbed to death in his hotel room the morning after the incident. Fortunately, this is a complete fallacy. The story is now deemed a hoax, though for a few days people were mortified to hear of such sinister acts during the Olympic Games. There was a happy ending last week for a young autistic boy who recently had his bike stolen. 12-year-old Tristan Roller's bike was stolen from his Winter Haven home last week. His parents reported the theft to the police with little hope in finding the bike. Local police officer Pete Kratikos passed out pictures of the bike and searched the surrounding neighborhoods. Last Tuesday, the police reported to an unrelated call 2 miles from the boy's home, and they spotted someone riding the bike. Tristan is excited to have his bike back and promises to always keep it in the garage for safekeeping. Are you balling on a budget? If your funds are tight this Valentine's Day, here's a few options to impress your loved one. Giant teddy bears, flowers, and chocolate are all thoughtful gifts. But this Valentine's Day, here's a few ways to impress your loved one for fewer than $10. A custom-made mix CD, or if you're feeling really retro, a mixtape. It will show your loved one that you took the time to open up iTunes and not just a Pandora playlist. A movie marathon. No need to spend $20 on movie tickets. Just rent Despicable Me 1 and 2, cuddle up on the couch to watch those adorable minions. You can also make the gift yourself. The craft section at Hobby Lobby offers endless possibilities. Grab some markers, a canvas, draw some hearts, and the word love, and voila! Instant handmade Valentine's Day card. You could even get her a flower. That one was free. No matter what you get your significant other this Valentine's Day, quality time means the most. Have a happy Valentine's Day and join us next week for the latest here at FSC and the community. Have a great day.